Let's show him love. Ready? Hey everybody, we have two cameras on the carpet. She's doing it. You know what? Spin around. Spin around for the people. Yes, that's what she looks good. So you're out here training women empowerment. What does it mean for you?
Straight ahead, please. Straight ahead. Right here, please. Right here. Teyana, right here. Right here, Teyana.
This personifies you to a T. Receiving the mission award this evening. What does that signify?
I mean, it's amazing. You know, I came from the very first meeting when I was only 17 years old. You know, and I was on the panel, so to be able to be here and be running to you know, it's a lesson.
Just slide it up. Yeah, take a pic on my phone.
That's the most important thing too. The theme of tonight is in solidarity. We're talking to so many young women, females who are being honored here tonight, in solidarity, to use their art to speak for something bigger. So talk to me a little bit about, as the recipient of the mission award, what you've done in the past year.
You gotta be quick. You gotta be quick.
One way to the left, please. And straight ahead, right here, please. Right here, right here. Thank you very much. The last
And Yara, who's on the cover of Teen Vogue. So this is such an incredible
straight ahead.
Yeah, it's really beautiful night to be here to be solidarity about our climate.
And we have broken many glass ceilings already. So by no means this defeat is going to define where we are going from this point on.
Amen.
And saying that, I think that's a great introduction to talk about how amazing this young lady that's receiving this award, Elaine, is. When I first met her years ago, she came from the West Coast, and fearless as can be, humble as can be, and ready to take off her shoes and get busy.
What a time to be alive, to be black, to be female, to be young, to be creative, and to be empowered. Right? You know, it used to be enough to just merely exist in these spaces where we were once non-existent, right? I mean, I remember when I got my first job at Teen Vogue, and I was touted as the first black beauty director in Condé Nast history. That I was black was the headline. But what I don't need to explain to anyone in this room is that the story behind the headline is how to be black and thrive as the first, right? As the only, as one of very few. That's really the story behind the headline. And so this year, when I became the editor of Teen Vogue, my people are too much. I got to see the impact that we can really make when we go beyond just existing. We're not born woke, right? For each of us, there are moments of awakening. And so particularly at such a time as this, when fear-mongering, misogyny, and superficiality are succeeding in keeping people blind and asleep, it's really up to us to create more moments of awakening for our world. So thank you.
What's up, y'all? Had a bitch crying, you know, it was just too much. First and foremost, I just want to say thanks for the Ciroc and the Wi-Fi. You know, ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of Ciroc and Wi-Fi. Don't worry, y'all. I'm nervous. I'm a crybaby. Yes, it's okay. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. But yeah. I worked so hard, and I know there's a lot of people in this room that watch me grow up and watch me through my years of everybody saying, what is it that she does? She don't do anything. Just give it up. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. Bossy, bossy, bossy. All the way down to me, you know, and people not knowing the backstory and not knowing what's really going on behind the books. So when I got pregnant with baby Junie, which is, she's way more popular than me. Nobody even asks me how I'm doing anymore. Everybody's just like, where's Junie? All right, you know, I'm cool too. You know, I've been good. You know, I did just do a video. Did you see that? Shout out to Junie though. That's my girl. My little Buddha bug. But seriously, when I got pregnant, I was so scared. I was talking to my husband. I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to tell my mom? I'm so scared. Because I've always made decisions based off of my career. Like, oh, I have a baby right now. It's just never going to be a right time. And for some weird moment, I was like, no. Like, I'm ready for my family. Things are just not really moving right now. Like, I'm not going to, you know, give up on family just because of some waiting opportunities or whatever it is. And I was scared. My mom was scared. But I went along with it. And it wound up being one of the best decisions in my life because it's matured me so much, and the grind, the hustle, the hunger just went at an all-time high. It was different. You know, my grind was different. I'm breathing different. I'm talking different. But seriously, you know, it was real. It was real. And having the support of my husband, Iman, he is amazing, especially coming, you know, from a heartbreak and not feeling beautiful enough or not feeling good enough or, you know, whatever it is, like to turn around and have an amazing husband, an amazing daughter. It's just amazing. When I did Fade, that was a very, very emotional performance. It wasn't just a bra and a thong or whatever it was. It was a very emotional performance. I got a lot off my chest. I had to. I'm like, shit, they ain't putting music out. I'm gonna do this video. I'm gonna be up in this joint. You know what I'm saying? Shoot, they gonna see some way, somehow. And people, I'm a hustler. I'm from Harlem. Listen. They was like, well, how does it feel when people say, you know, that you got famous off the video? That's perfectly fine, girl. Now this video out, people watching, they know the name. Go download that album that came out 2 years ago. Hello. That was a good album. And it got recharted after the video. So God is good. God will do it. So yeah, girl. So all my new fans, hey, you know what I'm saying? Come along. I ain't mad at you, you know what I'm saying? But seriously, I just want to say thank you, and of course everybody in this room, you already know what's up, but just never give up. Never give up. And big shout out to my big sis Meagan Good, because I moved to LA alone when I was 18, and she took care of me, and she really was one of the people that really guided me into womanhood, and I appreciate her so much. She always believed in me, always had me under her wing. I just want to say I love you so much, and I would never ever forget that. I love you so much. And I know the awards is heavy, but I want mine. Let me hold mine right quick. Let me hold mine. Look at this black girl magic. What's up? My bad. I was trying to do a drop the mic like my girl, but that was an epic fail.
Person to have a dual presidency role in this industry ever. I'm not talking first woman, I'm not talking first black person, I'm not talking first white person, I'm talking first human being. She just happens to be African American. She just happens to be a woman. Two minorities in this industry. She just happens to be a Christian. She just happens to be woke. She just happens to be one of the most integral pieces in this industry, continuously pushing this culture forward. And she happens to be a great person with all of that. And people always ask, they're so intrigued by her, what's she like? And I love telling them all of those things. I love telling them that she is a person who has taught me so much. I know that she's responsible for a lot of careers. I'm sure the video will cover that part. But I can say personally that I would have no career as a songwriter. I would not have had any career as an artist if it were not for this woman. And that's why I'm here honoring someone who is truly deserving for changing the lives of everyone who you meet, sincerely. And I get touched just because she's such a great person. She's such a great person, and contrary to popular belief, she has taught me that you don't have to be a snake to be successful in this industry.
Right.
And that's also one of my favorite things to say about her. She's a light in this darkness. So Ethiopia, I feel like tonight we are not just honoring what you've done, we're honoring who you are. So I am so pleased and so proud to present this award to Miss Ethiopia Habtemariam.
Thank you, Carrie. She already got the tears rolling. So I just want to say that I'm so thankful to be in this room. God, thankful to be honored, but just happy to be in this room. And I want to thank you, Felicia, for the opportunity to be here. I just flew in from Los Angeles, and it was a little late, so my apologies, but I'm being honored tonight in a group of so many incredible women, and I don't think you all know this, but I think I look to all of you at different times as inspiration, as motivation for myself and my career, because I think that we all need it. And, you know, I looked at the award and I remember seeing like, oh, okay, you're gonna get the Maverick Award. And I was like, what does Maverick actually mean? And when I looked it up, it said things like nonconformist and someone who kind of does things their own way. It's very much true to who I am and who I've been in this business. You know, I'm first generation Ethiopian American, and I was born here and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. And music for me was a thing that reminded me that I wasn't an alien when I didn't grow up around any other Ethiopians, and it was just me trying to figure out like why it was so different in my household. So I felt music deeply, and I used to write, but I wasn't blessed with that gift. So I have such an appreciation for artists, people who are blessed with the gift of music, writers, artists, people who have great voices, great dancers, etc. And so I've always felt like my gift in this business would be to protect that talent, because I know it's a talent that God has given you all. And so how will I do that? I'll be on this business side and I will fight from the inside. And so that's what I've done. And that's what I will continue to do. But to all of you women being honored tonight, I salute you. Yara, you are incredible. Your mom, incredible. Meagan, I have seen your journey. Bless you. Incredible. Teyana, you know, I remember where it all began. Just so happy to see you get that platform because you were always that incredible. Yes. All you need is the opportunity. And so that's what I'm here to do, to be the advocate, the fighter, to make sure you get the opportunity and help people achieve their dreams. So I'm blessed and I'm fortunate and able to do it. So thank you all. Enjoy the night. Thank you for this award. No, wait. One more thing. Miss Carrie, baby. So, just real quick, Carrie, I met Carrie when she was a songwriter, and Polo told me about this girl who had a great voice, and she was a tomboy, twisting her hair. But she was also an artist. She was producing her own records, and she was a writer, and I signed her to the publishing company and always believed in her gift. And when things were moving forward for her as an artist, I was like, no, we're gonna figure this out because it can't stay stagnant. And I'm happy to see all that you have done, all that you will continue to do, the woman you have become. I'm happy that you are happy, that you are blossoming into this incredible actress, and that the world will soon get to see all of your gifts in the major way that you deserve. So.
You know, like she said, after 8 years of running a celebrity gossip site where we talked about more scandals that celebrities did than the positive that they were doing, I am happy to have a platform that's more positive and empowering to young women. So thank you guys for supporting that. And it's funny, I contacted Christina and I said, do you think Felicia let me come to the awards? And she said, well, would you be able to present an award to Yara? And I'm like, of course.
First and foremost, I want to say thank you to WEEN and to Miss Felicia for having me in this wonderful. I look up to you. I aspire to be you. You have given me this platform that I am so grateful for, and I don't take it for granted, to be able to portray a young girl of color, in Gen Z, and to be able to have control over what she looks like and to make her look like me and so many of my peers it gives me purpose, and it makes me feel like I'm doing something meaningful, and that it's not trivial what I do, because a lot of times you can feel really trivial. And I guess I would have to say, to paraphrase James Baldwin, it is when you are educated, I'm loosely paraphrasing, but it is when you are educated that you begin to look at the society around you that is educating you. So I have to say, first and foremost, thank you for educating me. Amen. Thank you for showing me my potential. Thank you for showing me that I have a voice. Thank you for giving me the platform. Elaine, thank you for making me be one of those people on the cover, and thank you for letting me guest edit, and thank you for showing me time and time again that you support me, and so many people support me, and it helps, especially when you're working 60 hours and Common Apps are due November 30th, and you haven't written your essay yet, and you're still finishing your essay. But thank you so much. Thank you for showing me that we too are America.
Yes, it is heavy. But when you want to help it. Wow. I'm so honored to be here tonight. This is such a beautiful room, and it just means so much to me because of what it stands for. We had about 18 people living with us.
because my mother was the type of person who would take care of anybody and everybody. And she really set the tone for me to remember what's most important. As I pursued what I pursued as an actress, I felt a lot like how Teyana was talking earlier, counted out, not considered. Even growing up being a black woman in this industry, it was like, dude, we love you for the lead, but because you're black, you can play the best friend. What do you think about that? So it has been a journey, but it's not one I complain about. It's one I take pride in. I have fought so hard for every single thing that I've experienced, and I don't believe that it's just me. I believe it's me meeting God halfway with putting the effort and doing the work. And I'm just so thankful for this. I care about women so much. I care about the men too, no disrespect. But this is what it's about. It's not about this industry. It's not about money. It's not about fame. It's not about accolades. It's not about being even recognized. It's about what are we doing to give back. If God has so graciously allowed us to pursue what we love, whatever that may be. It may be a teacher, it may be a doctor, it may be a musician, whatever it is. If God has so graciously allowed you to succeed in it, then I do believe personally that it's our responsibility to give back to each other and to support each other and to love each other. And to the women, I say, there's no such thing as competition. No two people made anybody else like you. The same mom and the same dad, even if you have a sibling, they didn't make the same person. Nobody can do what you can do the way that you can do it. And all that you have to do is be the best version of you. And God has a plan specifically for you. So I say all that to say I'm so thankful. And I want to say one more thing. I love how Teyana earlier was talking about how marriage was a huge part into her stepping into her destiny. There was a fear of wanting to pursue what she wanted to pursue, but once you allow for the right people to come into your life, and a lot of that for me was marriage as well, I do believe that it opens the doors to a lot of your destiny. So I just want to encourage my young people and just people in general, don't be afraid of it, because it is a truly a blessing when it's with the right person. Thank you.
We're in a room full of powerful people. And we're not even talking about what the world says, we're talking about what we know. You understand? So this is not the time to pass out. It's not. Our candidate lost an election. I lost a baby. You understand? This is not the time to pass out. When God allows you to experience something that you believe has rocked your world, think about it. When you come back from that thing, the next thing that happens to you is phenomenal. When you make it through, you make it to. You understand? So I want you all to understand tonight, you're in this room for a reason. And this is a season for us. Those of us who say we're in the movement, I want you to know movements move. Activists activate. So figure out which one you are. Hold up your hand, everybody, because I know everybody has a working hand. Right. You have 4 fingers and a thumb. Each of them do something different. So whatever it is you do, do that. And do that to the best of your ability. It does not matter what somebody else says if you know what God has given you to do. And the reason that that thing that you were trying to be like somebody else doing didn't work was because that was not your thing. You understand? Minus the title, minus the fake stuff. Stop saying you're in the movement if you're not moving. You understand? I was drafted into this thing. And so I had to take it on. And so when I meet people and they say, Mother Reedville, we're in the movement with you, I say, well, move then. Nothing drastic has happened because a new person is taking over. A lot of us campaigned for Hillary. Absolutely. We said we're with her. Guess what? But we were always with him. You understand that? He allowed it to happen. So what I will say to you today is please, please, be willing to accept what God has allowed in your life. You do not know what he is about to do with this administration. You do not know what he is about to do with this nation. We are living in a world where we watch people get executed in our faces 24/7, and we say that's normal. And we allow people to tell us that there is no indictment over here, there is none over there. So we have to continue moving, and we have to continue speaking. I know many of you thought we settled. No. How many of you know nothing is never really settled when your baby is gone? You see? That just closed off one section, and the new movement is hashtag shut up for what? So when you see it and when you hear it, it is true. You got it from me. We're stepping it up a notch. You understand? It starts with everybody in this room. Be kinder to your sister. Be kinder to your brother. When you say that you understand where that brother and sister are coming from, really understand. Don't talk about what they look like or don't look like. Don't talk about what they're wearing or not wearing. Don't talk about how they talk. Because that person that you are discarding walking past every day may be the gem that God has deposited in your life to take you to your next place. So those of you that are feeling discouraged, please understand the same God that was a God on the 7th was the same one on the 8th, the 9th, the 10th, the 11th. You understand? And we have to be mindful when we say, God, we want to remove you from this. We're going to take you out of that. We're going to take you out of that. So guess what? He will back up, and he will let you see what it is to operate without him. And just know that sometimes the answer is yes, sometimes the answer is no, and sometimes the answer is not now. So for a lot of us, this was a not now moment, but it is a moment to wake up. You understand? Don't walk around here talking about you woke and you sleep. Do not hashtag she woke and you half dead. You understand? Now I'm not playing games. I don't have to say anything about who I am and what I do because I'm going to keep on walking. And I'm going to keep on talking. And I'm going to keep on building up. So older women, men, we have to get together with the young people. We have to listen to what they're saying. Young people, we hear you. I tell you, we hear you. But now, it is time for us to unify for real. We got a little time to do it. And if you are not aware of who your neighbor is 2 doors down, go knock on their door tomorrow. I'm serious. And it doesn't matter what they look like. Because you don't know what God has in store for you and them. It could take that tag team to do the next thing that needs to be done. So do not look for the next Rosa Parks. Do not look for the next Martin Luther. Do not look for the next Malcolm X. Be the first you. And be the best that you can be. Thank you.
In your ear, get you all shook up, but don't blush. Just keep this on the hush.
First of all, my baby! GT, I love you so much. And Londell, that speech was beautiful. It's beautiful. Y'all know what I would have done sometimes without this man in my life, but I want to start by saying that I have received many awards, and many awards that I have been super excited from the moment I heard about it. And, you know, I do this for my fans because they love me unconditionally. And I just
remember saying, wow, you know, when I couldn't even go get my nails done anymore, and I'm like, me? Like, what? I don't, it's just a blessing to this day. When I first got into this industry, I received a lot of hate. I still receive a lot of hate. Yeah. But you know what? I'm a very sensitive person. I'm a Cancer. And so, it used to bother me, but you know what? Every time I talk to God, he used to say, honey, let them keep hating. And he let me know that no matter how much they hate, they cannot stop what he has for me. And so I just said, yeah, okay. I got God on my side. What y'all gonna do with it? What y'all gonna do with me now? You know? And so as I started to move in the industry, I came up with a couple of women that are in this room right now, Meagan and Teyana Taylor. And I was the big sister. And when I met Teyana, she was so clatchet. I said, Dad, she reminds me of me. And I love you. And I just like, when she honored me, I'm looking at her like, did she just do me better than me? She did that. You did that, boy. I, from the moment I met you years ago, when we talked, and you was like, you're my favorite rapper, and you're there with your mom. I said, people, you're misunderstood too. And I saw that, and people just did not, give her props either. And so now that everything is going on with you, I'm so happy because you're so deserving. And the one thing that is always so good, and one thing I'm always so for, is embracing my women and uplifting my women. And believe me, if there's any stories, believe me, some shit happened that it was not, you know, right? So I just want to say that sitting there and listening to Mama read, I was like, why am I getting this award again? Because her speech was so moving. And so I'm going to say, I say all of that to say this, my daughter saved my life. So I can only imagine what Mama Reed has went through. So I do this for my fans. I do this for God because he told me, don't you give up and don't see what I have at the end for you. But now I do it for my daughter. And so I just want to thank all of you out here, because all of you are someone's daughter, someone's son. And always remember, we got to look at each other like that. So we're someone's daughter before you disrespect them, before you got something bad to say, So thank you for being here and listening to me talk to you. I love you guys.
Thanks to the WEEN planning team, all of the WEEN volunteers, and all of our WEEN students. Thank you.
Right this minute, bitch. Oh, it's not. I can't play no games. Come back now. All right, let's put the camera phones down. Excuse me, I was going to get the shot. What? You got the camera phones. Let us take your picture first. I got you. Right to the front camera. Anthony, move it a little bit. You guys move in. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, right here. Straight ahead. On the count of 3, scream WEEN. 1, 2, 3. To this camera. Meagan got it. I love you. Meagan, I love you. Johnny, back up, Johnny, back up.